Hello and welcome everyone to Disco Elysium. We are back and we are now in a little group, little party if you will, with our colleague. We are about to investigate. We have to talk to the bar manager again, and we have to secure the dead body that is apparently hanging in the tree for quite a while. So let's find out more about this world, let's find out more about us, let's find out more about the case, and continue. Garte, the cafeteria manager. The man with unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41.
He looks to you, realizing he still doesn't know your name. The Harbinger of Ruin. What is golden orange like a forest fire, but smells like liquor?
Are you kidding me?
No, help me out. What is golden orange and smells like liquor?
It's you. It's obviously you. You smell like liquor, and you're orange.
Thank you. See, everyone agrees it's your color scheme. We're on the right track with this name thing.
Is this what you get when you call the police now? We've been waiting for a week here.
Kind of imagine us to be this kind of wacky, downtrodden, hidden genius of a detective. Hence the, how we skilled our character. But that is how I imagine our character. Just being kind of this weirdo who is secretly a very good detective, but just looks and acts like a fool. A little bit like the extreme version of Columbo, if you will.
Sir, I understand your concern, but we are here to do a job. And for us to do it, I need you to stay calm.
Yes, of course.
He takes a step back.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us. It was you who placed the call, correct?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Oh, so Sylvie is not the body. That is what I speculated last time.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
New task. Who made the call reporting the crime? He looks behind a pile of coasters, finds a slip of paper and hands it to the lieutenant. Reaction speed. This sounds like something you could use to call this Sylvie later.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What? With Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are. But as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective?
Well, he seems very posh. He probably means this is where you step in to ask your questions. Play the fool. Who? Me?
Mm-hmm. I have everything. You?
Okay, let's ask the question. What do you mean, do I have questions?
Yes, he means do you have questions for me, like a police officer would.
The cafeteria manager is clearly agitated again. He thinks you're stupid, sire. Wow. So my plan is working. Ask him about the body's location before asking if he killed him. People give up information in the more innocuous questions, which you can later use in the more sinister ones, not vice versa. Where exactly is the body? Behind this building, there's a courtyard. He points to the kitchen behind him. They hoisted him up the tree. And how do we get there then? That's easy. See the door there? He points to the west. First you exit through that, then to your right you should see a big hole in the fence, a really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through. Franco-Nigerian, probably. This man means the heavy cavalry of Innocence Franco-Negro sweeping over the plains and nations of the enemies of mankind. 5th century style. Unified currency and the concept of cool came in their wake. They wore lamellar and carried guns. But first and foremost, Franco-Nigerian heavy cavalry was really, really wide. That whole fence must be enormous. Okay. Why did Sylvie go away? Haven't you asked me that already? What is it with you and this woman? She has nothing to do with this. No, before I asked you where, now I'm asking you why she left. Got him there? Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back, and because I asked for her number. That's why Sylvie went away. I hope you appreciate that. Oh. The lieutenant opens his little notebook at the cover. The number is safely tucked away in a small pocket. Thank you, he says. Didn't go well? I asked an employee out. She didn't want to come, but felt obliged to. It was a bad idea. Now, what is so goddamn fascinating about that for you? It's got nothing to do with the lynching. This stuff gets on my nerves. I'm a feminist. I guess I like it. I like to be thorough. Everything has to do with everything. I don't know. Just went for it. You're right. Probably shouldn't have asked. Again, I kind of like to go with a, oh no, we're just stupid. We have no idea what we're doing kind of scheme. I don't know. I just went for it. Good for you. Was there something else? I'd like to get back to what I was doing. Who killed him? I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. It's your job. This is it. He said they hoisted him up the tree. Who is this they, if he doesn't know? Before you said they hoisted him up on the tree, who did you mean by they? Oh, he's surprised you caught that. People are saying it was the union dock workers, that it was a lynching. Who exactly is saying that? The locals, customers, the people who eat here. A lot of dock workers eat here. Sylvie told me everyone knows the dock workers did it. Did the debaucheurs themselves tell her this? Or is it a rumor? I don't really know. You'll have to ask her. Why would the dock workers lynch this man? I would suppose it's because they have nothing better to do. You mean the strike? Oh, so there's a strike going on. Yes, the strike. He makes little quotation marks with his fingers. The man they hanged was a security guard for the harbor company. I hear a mercenary. The unionistas probably thought they'd send a message. Did you kill him? What? Are you crazy? Of course I didn't kill him. Just checking. That's all. Let's go. Not so fast, he points to you. You owe me 130 real. Ooh. As you blow this joint, behind you, a whiny voice shouts. Real mature, man. Real mature. It was great. Okay, can I now talk to this woman? Last time she didn't really want to talk to me because I had to talk to my colleague first. Hello again, sweetie.
Hello again, sweetie.
Oh.
I see you met
Your
up
turn.
with your colleague.
She looks at the lieutenant. The lieutenant nods politely. Wait, who's sweetie? Who's sweetie?
Why? You are, officer.
Maybe I am.
And have you found anyone to be sweet to?
She smiles conspiratorially. No, I'm done with mating rituals this time around. I don't know. Maybe I have. Or the double wink. Do we go for a single wink or for a double wink? I don't know. Maybe I have.
You rascal.
She
I'm
grins
two
up to you.
And two married besides.
Oh.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained, I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Her eyes glitter over the rims of her glasses as she looks up, smiling. This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot. How'd you like to roll with me? I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't know where I am, or what I'm doing, or anything. Her eyes follow your movement with some concern. Yes, officer, you look rather dazed, like a stunned fox, but surely things can't be that bad. I drink so hard I forget literally everything. Yeah. Oh my. Takes a moment to process. You know where we are, right? Whirling Rags cafeteria. It was on my keys. That's right. And where is the Whirling in Rags cafeteria itself located? Revachol. Yes, indeed. We are in the fine city of Revachol. I noticed that Revachol used to be real cool in the 30s. Revachol is the disgraced capital of the world. Something like that? Yes, great. See, we're getting somewhere. What else do you know about our city of splendor? Tattered as it may be. All I know is that Revachol used to be really cool in the 30s. The new disco dancing. It seems like a lifetime ago. Her eyes are filled with light reflected of those gilded years when the city seemed full of possibility. Much has changed, but it is still the most beautiful city in the world. A rare jewel set in the sand between the pines. Everyone says so, even foreigners. There's a pause as she studies your expression. You must look quite lost. Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes? It's spring of 51, we learned that as well. Kind green ape pen. That's right, dear, how splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should always be rewarded. Oh, she's clearly an old teacher. She may remind me of someone. Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you there, but now she relaxes her shoulders. I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government? I don't think we have heard anything about that just yet, right? Some kind of democracy. I'd like to think it's the dictatorship of the proletariat, but something tells me it's not. Our leaders are fierce warriors who traverse the plains on steeds. Civilization cowers before us. We're governed by intelligent machines that performs calculation to determine the freest market. Everyone hustles and grinds like a badass visionary. Radios are being used to control people's minds and distort our perception of reality, concealing our true masters, foreigners and women. We're living under a cop regime. Actually, she raises her finger, we're not. You could say that about any other nation, but not Revachol. Try one more time, officer. What mode of government? Okay, maybe a dictatorship? Oh, sweetie, she smiles a sad smile. It's really not. There used to be people who thought that way. Other people who wanted those things, but they all went extinct. Revachol is a special administrative region led by an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have almost no government of our own, and certainly no dictatorship of the proletariat. They still have cops. If there's no government, how come there are cops? Oh dear, she shakes her head, suddenly very worried. You were doing so well. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone. She's scared now. She realizes you really are brain damaged. So, how did I do? You're doing quite well up until the end there. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things. History and places, remembering reality in a world. It's very odd. A sigh. The lieutenant buries his nose in his notebook. Poor lieutenant. Like, he seems to be like a very good cop, like very straightforward, very professional. And he just gets dragged into this with us. What is this revolution you mentioned? A defeat, I am afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different. The rest of the world didn't like it, and they came and ended it. This was 42 years ago. What does that have to do with there not being any cops? It has something to do with everything. I really don't know how to explain it better. Okay, so who could tell me more? Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask. She turns to the lieutenant. No. He looks away. I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective. Of course, she turns to you. Then, I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez. Okay, new task. Get a reality lowdown. You seem to be in a chair. Yes, dear. I am a paraplegic. Paraplegic is someone with limited or no ability to use the lower half of their body. Paraplegia is caused by spinal cord injuries, like falling from a great height or a grenade explosion. It's a grenade? Did you fight in the war? No, dear, I'm not quite that old, although I was injured in the line of duty. Okay. Were you a mountaineer? Nothing so glamorous, dear. Though, when I was young, I dreamt of planting the Revacholian flag on some figurative peak. Figurative peak. What did you do then? I was a training and development manager at a rapidly expanding mail order shoe company. You'd think it would be a safe job, but I had to be everywhere. And, well, once I happened to be under some faulty scaffolding. I was lucky. This was almost 20 years ago, and I was compensated exceptionally well. One can only dream of such payouts nowadays. She runs her hands over the chrome wheels of her chair. Thanks for clearing that up for me. Let's move on. How'd you like to roll with me? Hi, sir. Whatever do you mean? I wanted to be my wheelchair partner in fighting crimes. Ridding backyards of corpses, catching sequence killers. Sequence killers? Oh my. She sounds impressed, but I think you already have a partner, sweetie. A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree. Kim, of course. I forgot I had you. I know, but there are also side mysteries, sequence killers, and forays into paranatural. I can assure you with absolute certainty there are no sequence killings taking place in Martinez. Now, gentlemen, no need to squabble. She turns to you. I would be of much use to you anyway, sweetie. Why? 3 heads are better than 2. Thank you, but she looks out the window wistfully. Martinez isn't the most wheelchair-accessible place, you see. I'd slow you down. She turns back to you with a hopeful glint in her eyes. Perhaps another time? Okay. Of course, dear. Good luck with your case. She gives you a small wave. All right. That was interesting. So we learned a little bit about the history. Okay, let's check our notes here. Sing karaoke. We need a sad song on tape. Inspect the victim's body. Inspect the bodies hanging in the backyard of the whirling in rags. This is a preliminary inspection. You just need to suppress the urge to throw up and approach it. Report your badge missing. You have to do that. Who made the call reporting the crime? Call Sylvie using Kim's shortwave to ask whether she made the call. Get a reality lowdown. Okay. Oh, what's that? Can I sell that? That's just for selling? Okay. We're clearly beautiful. I guess we have to leave now. Maybe let's talk to Kim if he has an update on things.
Yes?
Well, tell me about the case. What do you want to know? Well, literally anything. I can't remember a single thing. Maybe you could tell me what you do know to help me narrow it down a bit. The guy behind the counter thinks some union people hanged a man. Then you're not that far behind, actually. Do you want me to brief you? Yes. 3 days ago, the RCM emergency desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute. Wait, does the briefing says who the victim was? A security guard or worker of some sort, hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth. Why did we know anything about the caller? They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex. Why hide themselves? There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now, it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that. Hold on, and the RCM is? That's us, the Revachol Citizens Militia. We're the police in the city. The RCM, or the Revachol Citizen Militia, is the police force you and him are part of. A self-organized peace corps of the occupied city of Revachol, the RCM operates within a legal twilight, yet its authority is rarely questioned. It's useful to know that. Let me just make this perfectly clear. Our job is to find the killer. That's right. Okay. Can we go over the preliminary info again? Don't have to go over it again. Would you say this is a mysterious case? The lieutenant considers your question a moment before answering. No, it's not a particularly mysterious case. Why not? Lieutenant shrugs. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that. I was thinking something otherworldly might be involved, you know? Something supernatural. Personally, I think labor disputes are very mysterious. Then you're in luck, because we're in the midst of a major strike by the dockworkers union. Maybe more than that. The union clearly wants a piece, not just of the industrial harbor, but the Wild Pines Corporation itself. Is this a strike then, or the first shots in a workers' coup? I expect the case itself to be less challenging than navigating these community matters. This district isn't used to the RCM's presence, and the union rarely overplays its hand, as it appears to have done in this case. Wait, so is this strike or an attempt at a coup? Strike, coup, revolution, it's brigandage, however you pass it. You feel something rising through you, a familiar feeling, an opinion taking a form. We should ground the workers into fine paste and feed them to the pigs. We should ground the owners into fine paste and feed them to the pigs. With this little knowledge, I'm unsure which side to grind into pig's feet. The decision must ferment in me. Also, nationalism. I don't think grounding one or the other side into pig's feet will do anyone favor. I am really, really smart. I spent the last 20 seconds deciding on which side to ground into pig feet. You got me there. Politics is habit forming and hazardous. It is also relevant to police work. You're right to doubt the impulse. It may be detrimental to our task here. I'm an imaginary fan. Now, was there anything else you wanted to know about the case? If we're from different precincts, why are we on the same case? I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a, considers the phrasing, a pissing competition. What do you mean? You know? His eyes narrow. I assume you were in on it. I don't remember being in on anything. That's good. You know what I'm in on? Retrograde amnesia. Better still than an imbecilic cop-off. Cop-off? It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim. This seems pretty relevant. Later. His voice is unflinching. Was there anything else you wanted to know? Okay. That's all I need for now. Think you should know that I can't remember anything. No response. He just arches his brow. He's having trouble processing it, believing it even. I really don't remember anything. There was drinking involved. Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs? But I'm completely lacking basic information about even the organization we're in. Lots of tasks here. Fine, we should get through this day first. Off hours begins at 21. If you're still having trouble, then I can give you an orientation. That's pretty good. So what should I concentrate on? Try work, the case at hand. Can work miracles. What's wrong with my personal affairs? Not a fan, just the nature of lieutenancy. The RCM deploys a self-styled structure called the decomptage as its chain of command. Every lieutenant is responsible for 2 sergeants and 8 officers. That means the average lieutenant has to deal with quite a few personal affairs. Even you know this. I'm afraid this is a medical condition. Really? The lieutenant gives you a look, thorough as if performing triage. Look fine to me. I'm talking serious. Unbelievable damage here. I saw myself in the mirror and had no idea who I was. This psychodrama is unbecoming of an officer. Clearly he prefers to think you're malingering. You cannot fathom that anyone could drink so much as to retroactively erase their entire life. It's not psychological. Some sort of major brain damage has occurred on an unprecedented scale. Then you should consider seeking medical attention. You could use the radio in my kinema to call your station's letterist. Was there anything else you wanted? I wanted to talk about you. Me? Yes, you. I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation. We'll work better together if we have more rapport. Oh, that's a fair point. Alright, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know? You're wearing glasses. That's correct. You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone. Glasses are cool, I guess? Are they? They're mostly just cumbersome. They look like other people around here. That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul, so was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. He shakes his head. It's not an interesting topic. What is Seoul? It's a part of the world, officer, a geopolitical entity, and a geographic division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting. Seoul is a protectionist, isolationist, peninsular state west of Insulindian Isola. Actually, it's quite interesting, some would even say mysterious. You're only making it sound interesting. I still want to know more about Seoul. You're backing up the wrong tree. I don't speak of a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul. He seems almost proud of these things. I'm a regular revisualier. Okay. Tell me a secret about yourself. The lieutenant narrows a single eyebrow. No. Ask again. Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. Something is paralyzing them. You're pretty sure it has something to do with the lieutenant's eyebrow. It's like you're locked down. What's happening to me? Something the matter, detective? Failure. What's going on? It's like you're a puppet in his hands. Does he have powers? Interesting. Do you ever talk with yourself? What do you mean? You know, when you're thinking, do you ever have conversation with, like, your brain? I have no idea what you're talking about. Lieutenant conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary. I get it, you're not one of those old school detectives. So how do you, tap the side of your head? So you're saying your brain never just chimes in with advice or warning or anything? Let's go with the second one. Well, think? Well, I do most of my work inside my notebook. The lieutenant produces a small blue notebook and idle thumbs through a few pages. We all have our different mediums. His is written. Well, that's all for now. You seem to be following me. Excuse me? What if I want to work this case alone? Detective, if I may be frank, you seem to be in a deranged state. You have trouble remembering things. You've misplaced your badge. I cannot let you act in the name of the RCM without supervision until you have gained control of your faculties. I know what the RCM is. That's good. What if I need some me time? Some you time? The Lieutenant considers this a moment. This is a police investigation, not a journey of self-discovery. You'll still have your evenings to yourself. Okay. I'll leave the self-care for non-work hours. Please do, he says. We wouldn't want your regiment to spill over into the investigation. The Lieutenant is pretty sure self-care is just a euphemism for nihilistic binge drinking. Probably true. Okay. I think we did a few things, so let's leave. Leave the cafeteria, finally. Lots of information, though. I really like how the dialogues are written, though. They're funny, they're wacky, but they're also interesting, and I also like that they give hints, or at least make us suspect that maybe Kim could have powers and stuff like that. It just adds depth to the whole world. Okay, that is, I think, the fence they talked about. Let's talk to this person first. The street sign says, "Fuck the police." A heap of snow melts in this wheelbarrow. Pigs go home, the street name is illegible. Okay. Let's talk to this person.
The RCM in Martinez? What can I help you with?
You sound surprised.
We don't see a lot of police around here. That's all.
I have questions for you.
Of course. What can I help you with?
What is this fuck the police business? Excuse me, she doesn't understand. The street sign says fuck the police. Oh, she cranes her neck. Well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here. What about the other sign? Pigs go home. Who are these pigs? I don't know anything about that either. As I said, I didn't write it. Pig is a widely used term for members of the police. It's not loving. No need to worry. The lieutenant steps in. We're not saying you did. Okay, well, I didn't. She leans back, shoulders relaxing. Who are you? Me? I'm just a gardener. She hides it well, but behind the sweat and dirt there is something else. Her rigid posture. There's more to you than that. Is there? The quickness of the reply certainly does not prove you wrong. Yes. What are you doing here? I'm working. Working on what? I have a greenhouse in the yard there. She gestures over her shoulder. I've been trying to get some work done, but, well, as you probably know, there's a corpse hanging from a tree there. It smells pretty bad, so I have to take breaks. Don't worry, miss. We're here to clean it up. You can get to work soon. Thank you. She smiles politely. My head is about to explode from all the salts I've had to inhale. Salts? Ammonium salts? Perhaps useful for later. True. We need directions. The corpse, where is it exactly? It's there, she points north, in the yard, right through the hole in the fence. Even all the way over here, there's a drop of death in the spring air. Where am I? What do you mean? I'm a bit disoriented. This is Revachol, right? Yes, sir, district of Martinez. She looks around, thinking what else to say. This intersection is called Roundabout North. He knows where we are, he just wants direction. The lieutenant seems uncomfortable with the level of disorientation you are displaying. What is up to the north? There's the pier, the Capeside apartment buildings, some more tenements. Not a lot, really. What about the east? The harbor gates, some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow the local politics, she shrugs. Fritter store too, with 3T? South. Some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Some kind of ancient accident, probably. What is on the other side of the canal? Just coast, there's a little fishing village there and a fish market, but that got closed down ages ago. What is in the west? She looks at the water, squinting. It's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. There are some islands in the bay, but they're hard to reach. Thanks. No problem, she nods, brushing a fleck of salt off her cheek. He's very well composed. Back straight. Of course, I won't hold you back. She wipes her brow with a canary yellow glove. If there's a corpse, then you're going to need those gloves for the autopsy. Can I borrow your gloves? In classic Columbo fashion, we go back and just one more thing. Can we borrow your gloves? Sure, keep them. I have another pair. She hands you the rubber gloves with no visible annoyance. It's very nice. Let's put them on. That is very fashionable. Okay, let's go to the garden. Okay, we have a few things here. There are bottles inside. You could pick them up if you had a bag. Interesting. Rue de Saint Ghislaine, 8B. Oh, wait a second. Oh, a few things here. Electronic doorbell. Oof. Guess we hold off on that for now. Perception sight. You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic. Reconstruct the movement, yes. The tire tracks were left here by an unknown event that took place some days ago. It's a message written in the language of burned rubber. Some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right in front of the whirling in rags. This is point A. The driver started here. Oh, and we have the reconstruction of it here. So it starts here, crashes, then reverses. And then accelerated straight into the fan. Left a hole big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry, according to the cafeteria method. What happened next? The driver proceeded to back out of the yard, barely stopping before hitting the adjacent building. Before heading south, must have been in a hurry. The car drove through the fence. You're correct. This is a rather motor carriage friendly city. Is this connected to the case? I'm not sure. There are plenty of traffic accidents waiting to happen in Martinez. With the jam right here on the roundabout, I could keep them separate. You could follow the tracks. There seems to be a canal there. See where they went. If you find the time. Yeah, we could do that. So to the canal. Hey, buddy, what you doing there? Oh, there we have a dead body. And we have some kids playing. Hey! Oh, I should have used...
got this!
The boy throwing rocks at the dead body can't be older than 12. If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness. Like a gremlin.
Oh yeah! Kuno.
Yells the other kid behind the fence. Well, give me 1 second. I wanted to check this word. It smells like spoiled meat and cold dairy. A human being decomposed. Oh, it's about the...
Kuno's got this!
Okay, we got that.
Yeah! Never Kuno.
Hey, kid! A word. Police business.
Right in the dick, Kuno! Get him right in the dick!
No! The children ignore you.
It's loving in the dick.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body. Hold on, what does that mean? Kid is obviously high. Oh. Oh, okay. Stop getting high at my crime scene.
Kuno. Yeah, right in the mouthful. The shit himself. The rake, Kuno. You should throw the rake at him, Kuno.
Don't throw the rake.
The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
Look, I have questions for you.
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
Kid moves his hands like a basketball player dribbling fast. What do you know about it? About the body? Shitload, pig. What's your question? Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno. This is where you quickly ask them question. Real cop question, like a cop. Do you know who he was? Kuno's fucking gimp. He picks up a rock. Kuno's uses the fuck gimp for target practice. Trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know. So you don't know anything. Kuno knows all kinds of shit. Kuno's not a snitch, that's all. Shakes his head, clearly offended, trying to make the Kuno sing into Popophone. You know how it got up there. Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down, so you didn't see anything. You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Ravishol. He puffs himself up. Kuno wasn't regional. Okay, where did you go then? I don't know, some fucking... He looks around trying to come up with something. Mask or I don't know, some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City. There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in some pulp science fiction novel. That's a fictional city name. Night City doesn't exist. Well, you gotta be right in Kuno's ass. You haven't been where Kuno's been. You haven't been in Kuno's hat. You wanna know where Kuno was? You wanna know what Kuno's been fucking up to? Don't tell him, Kuno. It's lame. It's not fucking lame. Kuno's building Kuno City. Night City. Rage City. The City of Rage. That's it. And it's not lame. Lame. That's the name of Kuno City, bitch. Get the fuck off Kuno's back. This shit ain't about that. It's impossible to deduce what it is about, at least for the moment. If it's important, it'll come up later. Focus on the case. Have you seen anyone suspicious around? Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno. Yeah, you tell the Gary, Kuno. More on this later. Right now, let's talk about something else. You're testing Kuno's patience here. About the crime scene. You kids often play in this yard? Right, pig? This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it? Might have a question later. For now, okay. Who's Kuno? Kuno's Kuno, pig. The boy points to his chest with both thumbs. It's always Kuno, never I. Clearly the kid is using the third-person perspective as a shield. Interesting. You refer to yourself in the third person to distance yourself from the situation? Kuno doesn't do that smart shit. He seems offended. Don't throw that book shit at Kuno. Kuno knows you're lying. Trying to get Kuno hooked on the book. Watch out, Kuno. He's trying to fill you. He's gonna put his hands on you. The thing behind the fence starts squealing, shrill and violently as a fire alarm. The sound gets louder as the child shouts at the window overlooking the yard. Help, pigs! Help, pigs got Kuno! Help, rape! Help! The boy joins in. He's got Kuno, help! Everyone can hear. You need to get the hell out of here. Uh-oh. That didn't go well. We're just gonna leave. Yeah, get out of here before Kuno beats the shit out of you. Yeah, that's right. Check your fat ass out of here, fat boy, before Kuno fucks you. Bang, you got fucked by Kuno. Hear him say as you walk away. You're right, you want to get fucked again? Come back. Well, that was interesting. This kid's ladder is rickety but still climbable. The ladder's for kids, it wouldn't hold the weight of a grown man. Oh, but we do have... Oh, maybe we can... Maybe at some point we can convince him to climb this for us. Someone is trying to grow herbs in the greenhouse. I see. Before I look at the... money... Magnesium. That's good. Before I look at the body directly, I want to look around here. This winch mechanism has been oxidizing for years. Oh, there. There are several footprints in the muds left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. Let's try this. Damage morale? Oh no. Volition. Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. Whatever noble intention you once had as a police officer, it's eating them all up now. You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right? Is he running out of shits to give? Let corpses hang on trees. I'm quitting. Fuck you. Wasted my life protecting humans. They don't deserve us. I'm done. No one even likes carve. I wish I was fucking dead. I don't dispute that you have been charged with protecting the people of a particularly challenging district, but poverty does not make one a loser. Poverty is just poverty. Nothing you can say would make you feel better now. What happened there? Cobb goes up the detective channel for social realism. What? Another officer resigns. Oh. Okay. But how did that happen? How did that happen? Like, I saw our morale go down, but why? That's interesting, though. Okay. Okay, we got... Well, I guess we're back here. I will just quickly go through the same dialogues. Interesting. But I'm not quite sure what happened there. Could I have just taken one of the magnesium pills while this was happening? But I didn't really get what was happening. That was one of the issues. Oh, there's another guy.
The RCM in Martinez?
Let's go through it.
Of course.
This?
What can I help you with?
Let's just go through these. Okay, got the gloves again. Okay. So what exactly happened here? Let's first talk to Kuno again. I will take the same option as before.
Oh, yeah. Never could be Kuno. Right. Love it in the dick. Fuck this. The rake. You should throw. The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a guard. Alright. Entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
I'm just picking the same ones. So we end up at the same juncture. That was when we just left. Okay. And I looked at this. And we picked up money. Okay. Now, let's save. Okay. Why? Okay. Oh, so I guess sometimes. Oh, because it was a failure. What do you think you are? A super detective? You're hung over. These are just dents in the mud. No pattern emerges from. Oh, okay. So I guess that is clearly the risk of using those checks. That sometimes you can get health damage or morale damage. Kind of boots. Heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails all over the yard. Lieutenant, workers' boots tracks. One of them. Noted. The lieutenant takes out his little notebook. Interesting. That is interesting. That's pretty cool. I just didn't know what was happening the first time. What's going on here? The hangman. The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath. Look down. The cargo bell twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils. God, what is it? Why is it so bad? Active decay. The lieutenant raises a white piece of linen to his nose. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one's judging. It's about to blow! The cop's gotta blow, Kuno! Oof. So we heard from the gardener that she used ammonium salts. So maybe we can find some there. This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says whirling in rags. Why am I looking at you, trash container? You're just a trash container. The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death? How do you get the lock open? We could try using a primer. There's one in my motor carriage. Or Lieutenant. Or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling and Rags. He probably has one. Might also have information. This is better than the pry bar idea. Fair enough. Letter R wears a crown on the ribbon below. Light above descending. This is the logo of the municipality of Ravishall. Okay. Can we talk to this kid?
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think.
Take one step
Looks
closer.
like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in.
I just want to ask you some questions.
I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
What are the strange words you use, kid?
I come from the woods, Kutavitu. You don't want to go there with me. You don't want to see what I've seen.
Don't be traumatizing, eh? Get the fuck out of here!
Okay. Interesting. So much is going on. There are things everywhere. Power of Eternite, an inconspicuous part of the roofing material, Eternite. What is this? It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack. Glad you asked, but junior researcher Ulari Tal invented Eternite in the Vertner Polytechnic Institute some 30 years ago. He thought it would last forever, hence the name Eternite. Sadly, the only lasting thing turned out to be the material's high carcinogenic effect. Okay. Okay, I can't go there. Oh, I guess that may be the rooftop. Maybe that is where the other door in our apartment leads to. Definitely have to come back there. The trash container. I think I may have to find some sniffing salt to protect me from the smell. Maybe she can give me another advice.
Hello again, officer. How are things?
Pretty good. Nothing new though. Okay, this is where we leave it off for today. Thank you all for watching. Hope you still enjoyed Disco Elysium. I have a great time with this. This is really cool. Still, let me know in the comments below what you think. Always appreciate your takes. And if you enjoyed the episode, please give the video a thumbs up. Maybe consider subscribing to the channel. Also, share the video with friends, family, and the people on the internet. That all helps me out a whole bunch and will bring you more content in the future. I will be back with more Disco Elysium tomorrow. Until then, have a great time.